We are at Aura Secrets in Cozumel, and we're going to give you a little lowdown on it. We've been here for 6 days.
Yeah, 7 days, 6 nights, I think.
7 days, 6 nights.
So we're getting ready to check out this morning.
Yes. It's pretty warm today. It's been great weather all week. It's supposed to be 2 weeks of storms the next coming week. So
We've had perfect weather, so we've been really lucky. But yeah, the people coming in after us are not having such luck.
right. So to do the rundown, to compare it to other hotels, I'd give it average. Somewhere around there.
Average to above average.
Every hotel has a different uniqueness. This one, the maids were great. We really liked them. They did little cute things like organized our shoes and stuff like that. Simple things. She got a pillow off the couch, and the maid made a little mini pillowcase for that. It was pretty cute. But great service on the maid staff. The food is better than I thought.
We've been seeing a lot of reviews online and like people in Facebook groups kind of giving the food a lot of crap, saying that, you know, it's kind of bland and it's not the place to come if you're a foodie or whatever. I mean, probably not the place to come if you're a foodie, but it was much better than we'd expected based on other people's reviews.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Better than we thought. We've been to Iberostar and Barcelo and Sandals. Sandals is pretty much our bar. They have great food, great service. It's a good hotel chain. Iberostar was probably the worst. You're paying for, it's cheaper, so that's fine. We didn't pay for the food, we understand that.
The food was very bland there. Like, I don't think anything we had flavor. Barcelo was probably a step above that. Still not the best food. There's also cruise food to compare it to,
Yes.
which I would say this is probably comparable
Lower.
to cruise
Oh
food.
yeah, it's high. I was thinking Iberostar.
Oh.
Yeah, it's around cruise food, maybe a little lower. Although a lot of people don't like the cruise food, and we do. It's Carnival is where we will usually go, and if you dine in your actual dining period, we think that the food is pretty good. Buffet, I mean, it's a buffet, so if you're not happy with that, go down to your dining time. But that's cruise. We're on something else.
One of the other things that I really liked about this resort is, as far as food, is you didn't need to make reservations. They basically didn't take reservations for anyone 5 people or below. If you had 6 or above, you needed a reservation. But I also liked that we were able to eat at the a la carte restaurants as much as we wanted, and some nights we ate at 2 a la carte restaurants. Like, we went to, I don't know, Windows or something one night, and then him and I went and had sushi afterwards.
Yeah.
And so you can eat as much as you want. Like I said, it's nice not having to make reservations, but one of the turnoffs, definitely for Iberostar, and I think Barcelo was like that too, is we stayed 7 nights and we only got like 3 or 4 nights in the a la carte restaurant. The rest of the nights we had to go to the buffet. So that was a little disappointing there.
Also, the eating places stay open till 10 o'clock. So it starts at 6 and is open till 10. So you have plenty of time to get in your meal. And also hot restaurants if you want.
Yeah. And at Iberostar particularly, we had an issue with when we went to check in, we went straight to the reservations desk for dinner, and at that point they were like booked up at most of the restaurants. Like, we got 2 reservations, not even the one restaurant that we were really looking forward to. So as soon as we checked in, they were already booked up. And we did try to email them in advance, we had heard.
That's Iberostar, right?
Yeah, to make reservations, and nobody ever got back with us. So we tried to do it in advance, didn't work out. We tried to do it when we first checked in, and they were all booked up. So that was a real disappointment of Iberostar.
I love Iberostar. So food, better than expected. Go on to entertainment. This was the disappointing factor. Pretty much, I would say the worst out of all of them. Iberostar, all of them, they'd have an amphitheater, and then they'd have scheduled entertainment in that amphitheater. It's not that they don't have entertainment here, it's just really lacking, and it's spread out so far that you're just kind of bored a lot of the times. If you're staying on resort, that kind of sucks. We usually go and do excursions, but we stayed every other day except one, and it was just.
And we always stay in for the evening. We always enjoy the evening entertainment. The shows are dependable. I think at least one of the resorts, they did like 2 shows, so they'd have like an early show and a late show. So we would always catch at least one of them.
And then they have little random activities throughout the
evening as well. Yeah.
Throughout the whole resort.
Yeah. I think they did a good job here with daytime activities. If you look at their daytime activity list, there's, you know, pool volleyball and then aerobics and then, you know, tequila tasting and then dance class and whatever. So I feel like throughout the day they had an activity every hour. It might only last a half hour so they can clean up and get ready for the next activity, and that's fine. But like you said, in the evening, we had a lot of issues with, well, we're just sitting around and now we got 2 hours to kill in between the 2 evening activities, and sometimes you're just like, well, screw it, let's
2
just
hours.
go to bed.
And then the club, it started at 10:30 and we were ready like 8:30.
Yeah, sometimes the previous evening activity would end that early.
Sometimes it was hard to wait that long just to start clubbing.
Because the pools do close at 8. The pools here are open 8 to 8.
Yeah.
Luckily, we had a swim-up suite, which we actually never took advantage of at night, and that was one of the benefits we were looking forward to.
Right.
But we did use it quite a bit during the day, so
yeah,
we
the
still loved
swim-up suite
it.
was nice. It had a slide, which was pretty cool. I guess we didn't do a tour of the room, but this is the area for the swim-up suite. There's a pool. There's 4 rooms connected, and there's a slide down to the pool that has the bar and everything. So really nice. Accommodation. I guess we should talk about the room. It was pretty good. We went to the preferred. My parents came with us, and they got the preferred room, and it was really nice. It had the tub. It was really fancy. Ours is pretty normal.
Yeah, a little bit bigger. It's definitely been remodeled recently, although ours is really nice. I have 0 complaints even after seeing their room. But yeah, you can definitely tell the step between preferred and
I think the 0 complaint is the fact that we have a pool, so it kind of trumps everything. This area and the hammock, it's perfect. So we don't really need much else as far as sleeping.
Yeah.
So entertainment.
That's what I was going to visit back to.
Oh yeah, explain how it was. So they didn't have, like I said, an amphitheater for all these other ones. They basically would move speakers from place to place, like speakers, whatever they needed, projector screen for karaoke. They'd have to move it to these
different locations. Like they did karaoke and bingo at the little plaza around the Coco Cafe and the shops.
Yeah.
They did a kind of like beachside acrobatic performance out by one of the pools, which was kind of in front over next to Oceana by the preferred area. So yeah, they were kind of constantly moving around. My other complaint about the entertainment is that it wasn't super well communicated.
Yeah.
Even when we had something that was going on, in
Didn't
the
know
paper
where
we
it
were
was.
given, and in the app, both of them, they didn't list a location. So we would still either have to wander around this resort or ask somebody where it was. So that was kind of obnoxious, which I don't understand if you're going to have an app and keep it up to date with all your current activities, why you can't at least put a location in there.
Right.
So that was pretty obnoxious.
And even though this is probably the smallest resort, it was kind of hard to figure out where to go, which I usually don't have that problem at all. It takes me maybe a day to get my surroundings, but it's a maze. You can get lost really easy.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Barcelo was so big, and we were able to figure that out really quickly. And I mean, even cruise ships, they're big, you figure it out, whatever. But yeah, this place for some reason was really weird. Like even checking out today, I still have to like think before I make a turn. Like, where am I going? Where's this gonna go?
Mm-hmm.
But
So that's pretty much the entertainment, just kind of at the bottom for us. Just mainly the lack of it. It's spread out so far. We were just trying to find things to do a lot during the day, and it was kind of boring. Even though we're snorkeling most of the day, just that nighttime.
yeah.
So,
Drinks?
Drinks?
We didn't touch that when we were talking about food. I thought they were good.
Drinks were good.
They were kind of hit or miss. Barcelo and Iberostar, I really thought that they were like watered down, very bland, and they didn't even like taste like super fruity. Like at least if you're gonna short me on my alcohol, give me a good fruity drink.
If you're here for drinks, I think they did really well on that. The mixed drinks, even the shots, double shots on ice. you see them open the bottles, so you know it's not watered down. So that was a thing. There were several bottles that were cracked into when I asked for them. So those were good drinks.
I feel like when we were in the preferred area with his parents, that the drinks might have been a little bit heavier, but there was kind of some hit or miss, like here and there with different bartenders throughout the rest of the resort. I'd get a drink and it'd be significantly stronger than the last one I had. So it could just be hit or miss with the bartenders. I don't know if they rotate or how their schedules work.
So with kind of on the same page, you could order from the beach. There was a girl who was going around asking frequently, so that was good. They were taking care of pretty much anybody, even people that were in their room that had like a beach chair.
Oceanfront.
Yeah, oceanfront. They were asking them too.
I think in that pool by the Oceana, they were taking orders there too because there wasn't a swim up bar there. So I think they were taking orders there as well. We were also able to order food there at the beach with her. It was kind of limited.
Food.
Burger, hot dog, nachos, wings, and maybe like 2 other things I'm forgetting, and fries. So it was a limited menu, but it's definitely just what you need when you're just wanting to sit on the beach and stay there and not give up your chair so you can at least get a little food and make it till dinner.
Now room service is different. It's very slow. Decent food, not great, but we were quoted an hour to begin with, and we were chilling in the pool.
We were like, okay, cool, we got plenty of time. We had to take our COVID test in 2 hours.
2.5 hours, I think, either way. And it took 2 hours to get here.
It took about an hour and 40 minutes, and then they forgot one thing when they came.
He went and got it really quick.
Yeah, he did get it real quick.
It wasn't the guy's fault. He was super nice.
Yeah. All the staff's been really nice.
Staff's been really great. Staff is good, for sure.
I had one other bad experience with the room service. We were going to Chalk Knob one morning, and I tried to order room service because I didn't want to have to leave and go get breakfast. One other thing I don't like about the food here is you can't just like kind of grab and go. You have to actually sit down.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, so even like on the beach, we had to order through that girl because we couldn't just go grab a burger from somewhere else.
Everywhere else, Sandals, Barcelo, they have some kind of beach cafe where they just have burgers just kind of sitting out, fries, and you just grab, and then you go and sit down on your beach.
Yeah.
You had to pretty much sit down and order, and that was really inconvenient.
Yeah. And so I didn't want to do that for breakfast. I was like, well, I'm just going to order room service. That way I can, kind of eat while we're getting ready. And I went to go order breakfast, and it says breakfast is only available from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. Well, we weren't getting up to like 8. So I was like, why can't I get breakfast past 7 a.m.? So I was like, whatever, I'm just going to order something off the lunch menu because the lunch and dinner says available 24/7. So I ordered a sandwich and fries off the lunch menu, and then they canceled my order because they said that specific item is not available until 11 a.m.
And then it just showed up.
Yeah, and then they just showed up
sandwich
with a different sandwich and fries. So the room service leaves a little to be desired.
Yeah, so room service isn't all that great here. Anything else?
I think that covers food and drink.
Food and drink, entertainment.
Pools, there's not like a really big pool here. We like the really big resorts. Like I said, our Iberostar and Barcelo were the last 2 that we've been to. They're really big resorts, lots of pools, especially Barcelo. You have the kind of pool that kind of snakes across the whole resort by the beach. So there's like kind of a boring little square pool by the lobby. We've got the swim up pools which go down to the manatee bar pool here.
So there's 3 pools, right? No, 4.
Yeah, and then
4
there's
total.
a pool by the Oceana down by the beach, and then a preferred pool.
Yeah, they're all pretty small.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of packed in there. If you want to drink, if
The
it's
one-
packed, good luck.
The one right here, the manatee bar pool, as well as the preferred pool on the far side, have swim up, but then the 2 in the center do not.
It wasn't hard for us to get drinks. I don't want to say that it was.
Yeah.
It was never really packed to where we couldn't get a drink at swim up bar. The last day we were here, just the preferred pool was packed and we had trouble. Other than that, we didn't. So just want to put that out there. Rooms. So in the beginning, we had booked 3 swim-up suites. We get here and, well, we released one of them a week before we get here because somebody had an injury and wasn't able to come. So we released that room. But when we get here, they're overbooked for that room category. So they have to, well, they're going to put us in a totally different room entirely. But they said they could comp us, or basically upgrade us to preferred benefits, and then they would move us the next day into the rooms. We had our room, but our parents, they had to go stay in the preferred.
But yeah, they comped us the benefits for the preferred, which I don't really know that I found that much value out of, because other than the preferred swim up bar, he said they did ask for his number there, but when we went to the preferred club lounge, they never asked. We just walked in.
We could have walked into any of the preferred stuff and got whatever we wanted.
Which, by the way, that's got like a bar, some couches. They have some little like finger snacks, pool table, giant Chinese checkers.
It was nice to get out of the heat.
Nice,
it's air conditioned, and it's just a cool place to chill.
But other than that, there's really no benefit to the preferred. Right now, what they're doing for COVID tests is only the preferred people get them free, and then everybody else has to pay $35.
Yeah.
So we were also kind of annoyed because he said, well, we're going to give you the preferred benefit for all 4 of your group as a, sorry for not having that one room available. But then they would not allow us the benefit of the preferred to have the free COVID test. So that was kind of shitty of them to kind of go back on their word like that. So I wasn't terribly impressed with their service.
Yeah, so that was a hot topic, but we'll move on from that. We were trying to get one of the preferred swim-up suites, but they were booked. We were trying to book 6 months out, and they were already booked up for that category. So we got the non-preferred, and that's the one that has the water slide anyway. So I was happy with it. Yeah. The preferred swim-up suites look really nice. They have a day bed, and it's all connected to the bigger pool, and it's just all snaked around all these rooms, and then goes into a bigger room where they, or a bigger pool that they play volleyball in. But no bar pool. So we have the bar pool and the non-preferred.
The other thing
that makes sense.
The other thing I like about the preferred swim-up suites is it is much closer to the beach, where it's like if we wanted to come back and get our snorkel gear or use our restroom, there's not a super close restroom to the beach. It's quite a hike, but if you're in preferred swim-up, you could probably easily just pop back into your room to do what you need and then pop back out to the beach.
Closeness to the beach would be nice too. There are no bathrooms. There's like 2 on the beach. So I actually got sick. So that's another topic, is around the 3rd day, and we've been sick before, so we had all kinds of medicine.
We're very well prepared for travel
we
to
were
Mexico
well prepared.
now.
So since it was me, I did a few experiments to try the different things. The activated charcoal was new. We tried that. Pepto, it works for the most part. So it was about a day and a half before I actually we go to the doctor and we get erythromycin. It's antibiotics, and it basically kills it. Well, I'm not gonna say guaranteed, but for me, the day. So I did these other things beforehand to see if they would work. So I tried the charcoal, because that was mentioned on Facebook, and it worked for about an hour, and it didn't actually. It killed the pain a little, and let me go for an hour of normalcy. Pepto killed the pain, and I was fine for the rest of the night, but I was still going to the bathroom frequently. So it didn't actually fix the problem, but it made it so I could function, and I was able to go out, and then we got electrolytes. They did have like a Gatorade, like Pedialyte. So we got like a bunch of those, and I was able to function for the rest of the day, but I was still not quite right. And then at the end of the night, it was still going on, so I did take the pill so I could sleep on it, and then because you get those medicine pains from those strong antibiotics. And then I was good the next day. But we always travel with Pepto. Imodium is the one thing I forgot to try. That's what we used when we first got sick. It was Barcelo. We were both sick that trip.
And we did eat off resort, so we're not sure what happened to Barcelo, and that's what I wanted to add here. We've all been drinking the water, having ice in our drinks, so that I don't think there's anything to be concerned about. He was the only one that had the issue.
We're trying to go through the different things that I ate that other people didn't eat, and it was like between like the cafe, like they have these cafe that's 24 hours, like food that is like, looks like it's been sitting out forever. And I had like a sandwich there, and it seemed kind of old, but I'm not sure if that's what it was. It's between that, and then we went to Shock Knob, and then I had a tequila. Well, we had food too, but it could have been watered down tequila drink.
He put a shit ton of tequila in this margarita, and we couldn't really taste it. So that's kind of our theory. So maybe that was watered down.
Maybe that, but I was the only one that got that. She had some sips, but I drank most of it. Not saying we got sick at the resort or whatever. It happened, and that's what I did to come back with.
Yeah.
So after the pill, I was good. Very next day, back to normal, back to snorkeling. So snorkeling, we'll talk about that. Best snorkeling
off resort, like I don't know that it was any better than going to Chalk Knob here. The beach is just fabulous. I think I saw like 5 different rays, most of them small,
stingrays,
one big.
They saw starfish. I got video of a bunch of sea anemones, lobster.
Yeah, we saw like 3 lobsters.
Feather dusters.
Couple small barracuda, but I saw one that was like the size of my leg and scared the shit out of me. And
it was bigger than that. It was a big barracuda, just kind of chilling. We were able to swim right over them. This is about 4 foot of water, so you're going from the beach to, it doesn't get much deeper than 8 feet where you can go in the buoys. 10 maybe.
Which is
we'll say 10.
A good distance out. It's not like they really limit you. It's just very shallow here.
It's like, I'm not good with yardage, but 200 yards, I don't know. It's a decent distance out that you get to swim within the buoys, and you can probably go past people have. That's just keep you safe from the boats, because they go all day
and that's
long back
all along our shoreline, as well as Sunscape next door and Dreams. Is it Dreams that's going in? It's being built next to Sunscape.
Dreams isn't built. It's supposed to be fixed last month.
I think it's supposed to open in April or March. So.
I don't know. But yeah, snorkeling, great, right from the beach. That's where we did. Shock Knob is, you can go deeper, and they have the snuba. We love that place. Scuba, zip lining, seal show, dolphins. You can do pretty much anything you want there. And the snorkeling is fantastic. You can get, it's definitely deeper. You're snorkeling from the beach, but it's a rocky beach, so it pretty much goes to at least 6 feet immediately. And
there's a bunch of steps, so basically you're on like a ledge, and then wherever you enter, there's steps that go down, and you're just like instantly
you're
deep.
Floating. You don't even need a life vest. We brought our own little snorkel vests to try out. We didn't use those at all. You just float in the ocean. You don't need to try.
Super buoyant.
You don't really need to try. They do have life vests if you want those, but it's just...
And they do have snorkel gear here that you can borrow for 2 hours a day free, so you don't have to use your own, but we prefer to bring our own.
because we were doing all kinds of stuff. And they give you, I don't like their little life vests, but anyway.
The other thing I wanted to add about the snorkeling here is definitely wear water shoes if you're coming in the water and not choosing to snorkel, because once you snorkel and see what's under your feet, it's pretty gross and scary. So I'm like seeing these people go out. Yeah, maybe not gross, but
they're seeing enemies like
real close,
10 feet out in the water that people are. If you step in the wrong hole, you're done.
Yeah. So
I don't think anybody's done it, but it's when you're snorkeling, you see them very close to the shore. Sea urchins, I mean, nothing you want to step on. Yeah. They're really close to the shore. You can just see fish. There's some better fish. Well, not really better. There's like a rocky area, pretty far, almost all the way out to the buoys that has like the lobster, and then a bunch of sea anemones and the fish are gathering around. Other than that, most of them are just pretty close to the shore. The Barracuda's kind of in the middle where the sandy area was. There was just a lot. Snorkeling. What's next? Cool. Snorkeling. Touched on pretty much everything. It's gorgeous here.
Yeah, it's been beautiful. I would definitely come back here. I like this resort. Like I said, I think our biggest complaint was the entertainment, so coming in expecting that would be good. But I would definitely come back here. I would definitely try another Secrets or maybe something else within the Secrets family.
Yeah, I wish we were planning a trip to the mainland. We were going to take a ferry and then go to Cozumel because I wanted to try the Secrets there. You're able to hop Secrets, so I was just going to go over there for the day, try the restaurants, try to walk around the resort and see if it's something I wanted to come back to, because that's where the turtles go, and you can just wake up and swim with sea turtles every morning, and that sounds pretty good. I think it's Riviera Maya. It's close to it if it isn't. And there's a lot to do around there. You got Tulum, you got Playa del Carmen, you got a lot of the ruins, like Coba is a little further, but there's a lot to do over there. So I would like to try Aquamal before I give it a final say.
If you do come here and you're thinking about going to the mainland, how that works is there's a ferry that runs back and forth between Cozumel and mainland, and it's about maybe 45 minutes. When we took it coming in from a cruise, it was pretty choppy. So if you're prone to motion sickness, seasickness, I would make sure you take some kind of medicine for that. I wouldn't say we're super prone.
Or get drunk.
Yeah, we were drunk on the way back, and we didn't have any problem with seasickness because we passed out for the entire ride. So
slept the whole time. It was great.
But yeah.
On the way there, it sucked. Yeah, we were a little sick.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Well, I guess I kind of get seasick, but I get over it. But yeah, the ferry. We stayed on resort most of the day. So
yeah, we like you said, we did Chonk Knob. We wanted to do Punta Sur. It's kind of the sister park.
Yeah, you can do a combo of both of them. When you go to Chonk Knob, they give you the general admission or both passes, so you could do both.
So from what I hear, Punta Sur has a good beach with snorkeling as well. I think it's more of a beach rather than Chonk Knob, where we said you're going down a staircase to get in the water. I believe they have a lighthouse, and you can climb to the top and get some nice views of Cozumel from that. And I think they have some other little things to do there, but
this is all speculation
as
because we haven't been yet.
I did look it up.
You did look it up?
Yeah.
So okay, cool.
But
sure.
From Secrets, they did offer a Jeep tour, so you could get a Jeep. They said for the 4 of us to rent like one Jeep, it was going to be $120 a person.
They said a lot of things.
Yeah.
They're trying to get us to do one of those timeshares. And usually I'm okay with that because it was going to be a $480 excursion for free. So I think that's worth being annoyed a little bit. And they take you around and show you the sights. I don't mind them at all, but I was not feeling it this time, so we didn't get the free excursion.
Yeah, he started offering that excursion to us and saying, oh, for your family, I'll do $300 off. And then we were not wanting to do that sales pitch.
And my mom was totally against it.
And so he eventually ended up offering it to us for free. We still didn't do it. We were just kind of chill this vacation. We're kind of not our normal selves. So we ended up not doing it, but supposedly that tour where you rent the Jeep, you drive the Jeep, you kind of have a little train that goes along to Punta Sur. And I feel like he said that you will go to a restaurant or like a shopping area.
Said they'd feed you something.
Yeah. And he said food and drinks were included as well as admission to Punta Sur, which it should be.
It would have been a good tour.
Yeah.
And I was sad that we didn't get to do it. But yeah, we were just chill.
Chonk Knob and Punta Sur, I think, is like $23 US dollars.
Yeah.
So it's very affordable.
Yeah. Definitely. But I think that's about it. We've covered pretty much everything, I would say.
Yeah.
We'll make another video if we can think of anything else.
We're going to get packing and head to the airport. So hopefully we can get out of here before the storms come in. We did have a little bit of power outages yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And it seemed to be just localized to our resort because we could see the resort next door had power. So I don't know if it's because it was so windy yesterday like it is today with the storms getting ready to blow in. So hopefully we don't have any issues getting
Power, Wi-Fi, weren't able to sign into our airplane app.
Wi-Fi went out hours before the power issues started.
Yeah.
So that was kind of odd.
Yeah, that was another thing.
Yeah, and we were trying to do our like Verify to upload our test results so that we could check into our airline. And we had to go to the lobby because that was the only place that had Wi-Fi last night. So they did get it back at the lobby in time.
But that's about it. We'll let you go. Have a good one.